off and we're water on me. That's okay. Better on me than on my computer. Good morning, everyone. This is Carol Sue, aka Naughty Boss, live with
TwoSistas. Good morning, everyone. This is Janice, aka Wellness Diva 6.0 on this Mindset Monday, July 24th, episode number 667. And, of course, I got an early start and I absolutely love my morning routine. So it kind of puts me in the right mindset tone, if you will.
Well, then why don't you share that?
So I get up quite early, usually between 4:15, and I get dressed real quick, of course, and then head off to the kickboxing studio for the 5 a.m. class. I absolutely love it. There is something, for me, it's about, as soon as my feet hit the red map, I don't know, it's almost, I want to say magical. That's probably not the right word to use, but it's magical for me. And I feel like I can do anything. And, kickboxing for me is all about, pushing that envelope and how much further I can push it. And although I'm really up to speed now with my burpees, still hate them, of course, but they're good for you. So that's what I'm all about.
Wow, that's awesome, awesome sauce. And, that really, when you think of, Monday, new week, we know technically the week's already started because Sunday's the first day of the week. And we kind of lump Sunday, obviously, with the weekend because it's for most people, not all. Some people, it's the weekend, 2 days off in a row, but it is the first day of the week. And I always try to figure out my calendar. So last night I was working on my calendar, making sure I've got a bunch of upcoming events coming. So I wanted to make sure all my calendars were in order and appointments and whatnot. And I like doing that on a Sunday. That way, for a Monday, anyone, if you're still, dealing with school-age children or you work outside the home, Mondays can be pretty hectic for you. And you really need that good mindset. But if you're not prepared for that Monday, it could derail. So for those that can get to the gym very early in the morning, that's how they're going to start their day, obviously. But a lot of people with children, depending on their spouses or partners' schedule, they may not be able to get to the gym that early. They got other commitments to do. So what I like, but there's other ones that, no, we're going to go, we're going to make it work. And I think really the mindset comes almost naturally if you prepare beforehand. Mindset doesn't always come positively and or organizational in your mind if you didn't plan for it. So a lot of people say, well, how do you plan for mindset? Well, the whole point of positive mindset and getting your day and week off to a great start doesn't just happen. So I want to kind of dismiss that myth. Are there people that naturally have a good mindset? Of course, that's not what I'm referring to. I'm referring to because our mindset does derail if we're not organized. So why not start off organized so the positive mindset can and positivity and all that good energy can naturally flow because you're not worried about your schedule. You're not worried about what am I supposed to do this week. You're not worried about your appointments already set in place. So for me, the first day of the week, which is Sunday, is when I do my organization. So when I do wake up Monday, I can get down to business and it's just a natural flow for me.
Yeah. And that natural flow is really so important. And, mindset, by the way, as we all know, is a work in progress. You don't just say, hey, I've got this great mindset. It's something that you have to work on each day. And for me, I always go back to kickboxing. For me, it's about the discipline, and whatever your discipline is, it's whether, let me back up a little bit. There's this great book that actually I got a little bit more to read. It's called The 5 a.m. Club, which is perfect for me. But what it really kind of entails is coming up with a routine that works for you. And that may take, now I'm 61, so this routine has taken me several years to kind of develop, but you'll know when you hit that groove. And whether it's, journaling first thing in the morning and then exercising, whatever it is for you, try different things that may work. If you want to try, the 5 a.m. club, that is perfectly great. I think there's only been, since I've been back at the studio, probably 3 times that my alarm has actually gone off. I typically wake up beforehand. But when you get into that groove, I came in my office this morning and, as you were talking about, doing your calendar the day before, which is something that I do too, make sure, everything that my written matches my digital calendar. You come in and it's just like, I'm ready to seize the day. I'm ready to, let's get to work here. So it's always a work in progress, and whatever routine works for you, try some different things, see what happens.
Absolutely. And I think what that allows you to do is to really take the hits of life. And what I mean by that is we know why we set up the things that we do, because life kicks us in the butt. Life hits us. Life says, I'm going to throw a wrench into your schedule and see how you handle it. All these different things come up. A child gets an illness. Your boss has an emergency and you got to fill in for him or her. Your spouse or your partner. Hey, it was my turn to pick up the kids, but guess what? My boss is making me work later, blah, 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 blah. Whatever it may be. Or, oh my God, I got this call. Shoot, I totally forgot I got a doctor's appointment. It happens. These are the hits of life that don't stop. They don't care whether you're organized. Life doesn't care. Universe doesn't care. All the universe wants out of you is how you're going to handle it, how you're going to react to a certain situation. And are you going to do it positively? And maybe it's a learning curve for you to say, ooh, I got to make sure, I get my eggs in somewhat of a row. We know that they're in a crack here and there, but at least I get them in a row. So that's why I absolutely love Sundays. A lot of people regret Sundays. They have that phobia, like, oh, weekend's over. My weekend's already done. I got Monday morning to get up. I get that. But when you look at it differently, say, here I have a perfect opportunity without the distractions, maybe, go in a quiet room without the distractions of the family, the TV, the alerts, no distractions from your 9 to 5, or if you're an entrepreneur, get away from the computer for a little while and map it out. And when you do that without the distractions, you're able to renegotiate. Because what I also do when I'm planning, so you should try this as well, is to put in peaks of time, periods of time where it's going to allow you, if something goes wrong, you've got some time to make up. So what I typically do is, like, especially if I got a schedule and say there's an appointment and 15 minutes away, if it's a half hour away, it doesn't matter. What I do is I pencil that in, but I actually pencil in like 20 minutes or a half hour ahead of schedule. I already know that it's this time, but my preparation, we all prepare to get ready, right? You shower, get your exercise in, however your routine is. But I always allow extra time for, do I have a derailment? Do I have to stop and get gas? Do I have to stop at the bank? Do I have to run at the post office too? Because I like to, when I go out and do my errands, I like them all at once. We're very blessed where we live. Everything is very close by, but I still like to do it at kind of a one shot. So this allows me that room if I got to squeeze like one of those errands in. So now I'm already prepared. I'm not going to be like trying to do those little errands and then end up being late for my appointment because that's the way I've scheduled it. So I always do that, depending on what we're doing for dinner. Now, You plan out dinner? Yeah, I do. What is our day going to be? Do we have other things going on that we're going to eat later, or are we going to eat earlier? And, what is that time frame that I need to like shut everything down? My computer, my cell phone, whatever, just to focus on, because I like to cook, but I hate the distractions and the alerts. I make sure my phone is not near me. And I plan on that. If you have to, balance out who's picking up the kids when and all their activities, use your network is one way that you can stay better organized. And when I say use your network of parents. Hey, I can pick up this day. Can you pick up that day? That is going to help the burden of you just running back and forth like a yo-yo. So utilize the tools that are in your tool chest. And a lot of that is your networking, your people that you're doing the same things with. So like kids' activities, I know our daughter's schedule, like she's back and forth like a yo-yo, but she utilizes her network if the network is available. What would be your network? Well, it'd be friends, it would be family, maybe your neighbors, and maybe your spouse or your partner. Because a lot of times, a lot of that falls a lot on the mom, because she's the one doing the scheduling, especially with the kids. Utilize the spouse, the husband, the boyfriend, the girlfriend, whatever it may be, and say, hey, Tag, you're it this week. I've got other things scheduled. So, and I think when you start really focusing in and actually mapping out, not just writing it down, okay, I got this, I got that. How am I going to do those? I got to get here, got to get there successfully. So it's a really matter of not just writing it just down in your calendar. Do I have other things going around that time frame that I can stretch out my time a little bit, still get a few more errands in, and still get to my destination on time? So that's why for me, mapping out is, I've had a lot of customers and clients ask me that question. So you got multiple, I go, well, it's not just really about the calendar. It's about mapping out the time. And how do I utilize that time to the best of my ability, that I'm not going to be frazzled down the road, but also preparing that, I'm going to get a derailment here or there. So that way I have the extra space, extra room. Does it always work out perfectly? Of course it doesn't. Let's be real. You can be the best planner in the world and you get, a derailment that you are truly not prepared for. That could be life altering too, as well. So, things like that do happen. And we know that these are just tools to help you assist in getting organized. And when you're organized, then you look at life with a better, clearer picture. Like, you're seeing life in HD, and it's just clearer. And when you see life in HD, you feel better. And when you feel better, you have a better mindset.
That is so true. And speaking, while we're on mapping out distractions and alerts, oh my, I have a nothing about something segment. As I mentioned, we ran out yesterday to pick up a few things, and I noticed a distracted driver in a big SUV, weaving in and out. And I said, well, either this person has had a few too many, or they are very distracted and they're probably texting. We'll come to find out. And I looked over, we're at the stoplight together, and the person is texting away. And then of course the light turns green, somebody behind her. Jeez. And then I'm looking in the mirror, and then I happen to look around, and she's still driving. She's driving and texting. You're a moron. Okay. That's distracted driving. You could have caused a big accident. And you got to
have tolerance for that. Like there's nothing earth shattering. And I'm not saying that as a whole, because yes, there are times where you might get an earth shattering message. So I don't mean that. The percentage is high that you are not. It is high that you're not. Put the freaking phone down and drive the car. The car is a weapon. It can kill. And I don't understand why people still
do it. Stupid.
Well, the saying, you can't fix stupid. Oh, you can fix stupid. You can fix stupid. Life will fix stupid. So it may not be us as people fixing the stupid actions of others, but life will eventually hit them in the face. The only thing that I caught over actually this morning, again, I try not to watch the news, although it was an interesting week regarding documents. And I find it beyond crazy that there are people out there that still don't believe the what was submitted this week or last week, I'm sorry, to Congress, were the redacted
The 1020.
legal documents showing 2 family members received a lot of millions, a total of 10 mil, and they still don't believe it's true. Yeah, there's that stupidity. The other thing I noticed, and again, you know, it's just the timing because John still checks in with the news. Apparently, they have shortened the walkway up to Air Force One. So in other words, normally it's a longer, what do you call, not ladder, what do you call it? Like walking,
Yeah,
what do you call it?
a staircase, whatever it is.
Yeah, portable staircase, whatever it is. So they've shortened it, and they've also changed his shoes. He's now in these more athletic with a thicker heel. So he doesn't wear business shoes anymore. So that will maybe help him, you know, the tread. So, and you know, I'm all for safety.
Okay, you're muted. Casu. We can't hear you. Can't hear you. Boy, are having a technical difficulty.
Smart. Okay, smart, mindset on point, articulate, still has great humor, can talk in circles in a conversation, knows, you know, he's just on point. So I'm comparing him. Go ahead. What?
I do apologize for interrupting you. We had about 30 to 45 seconds where we didn't hear your audio.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah, and I was trying to get your attention. But so who were you referencing?
The person going up the staircase.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay, that was the person occupying the
Yes.
people's house.
Yeah.
So they have new shoes for him, and they've shortened the staircase. And then what I was saying, comparing him, you know, here you're, you know, and I'm all about safety. So I mean,
Right.
you know, we don't want anyone to be in any harm. So they're taking precautions, but the precautions are because he's getting even more frail. Let's be real. He's stumbling a lot. They're trying to do their best to. So I'm not against that. It just really showcases how frail he truly is. And we can't have somebody occupying the people's house that's frail. That's my opinion. But we had the pleasure of this weekend of meeting with our priest that's from up north, but he also has a place down south, Coral Springs. And, you know, he just celebrated his 87th birthday, still sharp as a whip, drives, very cognitive, sharp, you know, great conversation, great sense of humor. And, you know, we gingerly talked about it because Father Bob is a Democrat, but he's not a, you know, he doesn't believe a lot of what they're pushing, put it that way. And, you know, we just complimented him that, you know, and I asked him, I said, how much longer, you know, do you think you're going to continue, you know, on? And he said, you know, I have a meeting once a year with the bishop, and he always checks in on me. And he said, Carol, so what would I do? I said, that's a good question. You know, I know you got other hobbies. You love talking to people. You're a good advocate for so many different things. But I said, you know what? You keep going. And it was just a joy to really get to spend the afternoon with them. And, know that when you're with someone that's even older than the person occupying the people's house, who is sharp as a whip, it just re-emphasized how frail that person is.
Yeah. Yeah.
In physicality as well as mental awareness.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
that was it in a nutshell.
So just a quick Twitter update. As many of you perhaps know, Elon Musk is in the process of, he filed his X, blah, blah, blah. And Twitter is in the process of changing its name and logo. So bye Birdie, and that'll probably be like, they expect maybe sometime today. So of course there's a lot going on with what are they going to call it? Because you're on Twitter, you send out a tweet, well, what's it going to be called? So that was interesting.
Well, I kind of like that because I'm all set with the tweet. I associate it with a negative mindset, what it was associated with, what it stood for. And I like the idea that he's doing that, something fresh, get away from that. Let the tweet and the birdie bye.
Yeah, exactly. So bye Birdie. Looking forward to seeing, where this platform is going to go. I like it. I'm much better now that Elon Musk bought it and whatnot, and we'll see what happens with that.
He gutted it. And that is a perfect example of gutting a very bad thing and gutting it to the point that now you can recreate it, make it better. And
Yes.
I'm hoping 2024, there's some gutting going on. You're frozen. I think we're frozen. I'm going to go with that. Maybe. Yep. She's moving a little bit. Yeah, she's moving. I'm like, she was frozen. Now she's moving a little bit.
Yeah, we had a little setback there. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you fine. And I don't think it's on our end, a little setback. And that's a good thing. When you put your picture back on, it automatically goes back to video. I think there's some interference in there. That's all I'm going to say. We're finding more and more that, in everyday people, the radios aren't working correctly. Their internet connection is not what it used to be. Drop calls being rewired through a different thing, and then you don't get service. Yeah, there's a lot of air shenanigans.
That's them shenanigans. And on that note, we would love to hear what's going on for you for this Mindset Monday. Go to our website, www.TwoSistas.online. Leave us a voicemail, send us in a contact form. We would love to hear from you. My name is Janice, aka Wellness Diva 6.0, and I am with TwoSistas.
And this is Carol, so aka Naughty Boss, getting ready. I'm going to actually go on the beach, take a walk this morning with a friend. And, because it's been a little on the warmer side here, although I don't mind it. I absolutely love it. But the earlier we get to that beach and do that nice walk, the better it is. We wish you a very happy Mindset Monday. Remember, at the end of the day, you are only in control of how you respond, how you react to any situation. So why not respond positively? Why not take the classier act in life? With that, we'll see you tomorrow for Triumph Tuesday. We'll talk to you then. Take care. Bye-bye.